Well, I suppose it should work. Press 1 if you can hear me. Anyone on the live?
Roseland. Bluetooth mode. AUX mode.
Should work. Perfect, because it looks like I'm just talking to myself. Well, let's see if we can do the live also on Telegram. Okay. Anyway, I'll be using Telegram also, since most of the guys are on Telegram, but actually, well, it's easier if we use Space, since it has the live on Twitch. You can see on YouTube. We are gonna be also on TikTok and the other, wherever we can, besides Twitter, because Twitter doesn't accept, besides the spaces that they have, that you can just do the VC. But well, I think maybe we might. No, Valerio, actually we just started, because I knew that the guys would be a little bit late, so I haven't started yet. I just put some good music. Well, it's easier. Personally, I think it's easier if you guys can use just Space. For example, you have the chat there also. You can discuss there if you have a Twitch account. I think it works with a Twitch account. Otherwise, you have the register button here that you can just log in directly, and you can use the chat system as well. If Telegram, it's a bit complicated at the moment for the live streams. There was actually no integration that I could do with the OBS that I'm using. The Streamlabs that I'm using, there was no connection that I could do with Telegram, so I'll have to use separate devices actually on keeping the live shows. Anyway, we can start, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly, so I cannot check myself. You can just press 1 if you can hear me. Okay, then we can start. Let's see if I can myself. You can just press 1 if you can hear me. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Anyway, we can do it like this. I don't know if the mic it's well enough for the live stream. I have another mic, but I'm just gonna set it up later because it needs an adapter, and I'll just have to find one. Anyway, in this first live show of Space, guys, I just wanted to talk to you about Chain, what we have been doing so far, why we haven't launched yet, and what is going on after the hood. I'll just keep the stream and talking about Chain very, very simple and clear. I'll keep everything simple so that you guys can give me feedback and see, maybe we can find some other ideas what we can do more, and about the pre-launches and the pre-launch, and how we can continue develop the infrastructure, the platforms, the work that the apps and dApps that we have been working on. There have been some changes actually that I've made behind, but I couldn't update you on the chat because there is so much to show, and I thought it would be better if we can do the live stream shows, and we can just talk, like do shows every day, possibly every day. And we got some really nice things that we can do on the show. We got some projects that we have partnered with that we can talk about, and we can have let's say like a live AMA with them, and possibly reach to everyone in crypto, and always against the banks. Okay, perfect. So most of you guys possibly that are watching the stream right now, you are current holders, but I'm gonna keep the conversation like somebody new is watching the stream and has just heard about MoChain the first time. So how MoChain started? It started after we developed two projects before. It was dApps and Contracto. dApps was a crypto social network for all the crypto communities out there that wanted to find gems and track their portfolio. It was more like a social network only for cryptocurrency investors. Also, we developed a smart contract scanner that could scan smart contracts. In the beginning, it was the version, the beta release that we had. It was a simple version where you could just scan smart contracts on Binance Smart Chain. We want also more developed it and had a release that was on dApps that you could scan smart contracts, you could scan the NFTs, and also malicious addresses. So whenever there was a problem in any of these three, you could just scan and find information about what you were searching for. And the whole idea came about MoChain when we were working on these platforms and we didn't have the feedback that we wanted to have actually on what we were working with, and there were some problems behind the scenes on how the development was working. The team actually behind dApps was very slow and everything was like not how I wanted it to be. Anyway, the tools that we wanted to build and everything that we wanted to do actually had to do a lot with other blockchains and other tokens on other chains. And by having a token on Binance Smart Chain, we couldn't just find the flexibility needed so that we could use our token for as a utility for other chains as well. So we thought, why not just go with our own chain? We have our own infrastructure and we can build everything from the ground up, and nobody can say that, yeah, I don't have to go to Binance Smart Chain because I am on Polygon or I am on Ethereum or some other chain. So nobody has to move, and we have our own native coin that is backed by a lot of products that we are working in ourselves as a team, and also on the work that other developers and other projects might be doing by using our infrastructure. We didn't go with a proof of work consensus, we didn't go with a proof of stake or other consensuses. We just went with proof of authority because in a way how proof of work works, it has to be decentralized, and sometimes transactions, when it scales big, transactions take too much time, and it's gonna be heavy on the network because the nodes are gonna be mining, and that's not, I didn't want to go with that. Basically, I just wanted an infrastructure to start with and something that it's basically almost gas free. So if you don't have that much cost on the gas fees, and you can scale using other MoChain, also by using MoChain you can also reach to other blockchains. I think that would be the best way ever to have an infrastructure that it can scale, and hopefully we want to make MoChain to have cross-chain communication. Since we are based, the fork that we took, it's basically a fork of Ethereum, but also by getting a little bit of Cosmos, and Cosmos it's itself cross-chain. So we can turn in the future MoChain into a cross-chain communication blockchain, where basically you can use MoChain also in connection with other blockchains at the same time, and I find this really cool. Besides just building the blockchain and waiting for developers to start working on our blockchain, we want ourselves in front and just build our own applications on it. At the current moment, we have a lot of stuff that we have been working on. But first off, as I am mentioning it again, you guys should download Mo Wallet. It's both on Play Store and App Store. You can connect directly to 19 blockchains, and it has also a list of tokens that you can find on for each chain. And these 19 blockchains are supported natively. That means you just have to go to settings and activate the blockchain so that you can use it. It also has NFT support, collectible support. You can see the NFTs directly on the wallet. It has also ENS domain support, but after when we have ours, we're gonna offer support for our domains, .mo domains. So basically, we are just offering for now ENS support, since ENS is the biggest for Ethereum, and most of the people in this space use ENS domains. There is also .bnb and some other domain extensions as well. For example, from if I'm not mistaken, it's unlimited domains that provides like .nft, .crypto, stuff like that. But we haven't integrated them because basically we want to have our own domains on the wallet. And it's a wallet that we developed, we forked, we developed, we are working on it, and we want to support, like have it as a native wallet for us, even while it's providing support for other blockchains. But when it comes to domains, we want to have it for our own domains, and possibly, maybe in the future, we might support other domains as well. But first, the most important thing is to support our domains. So you guys can just pay each other by just typing, for example, kleidi.mo, and you can just send money directly, and it goes directly to that wallet. And I hope it goes to that point that it doesn't matter, for example, what kind of coins you can send it, or tokens you can send. It just goes directly to the right person. Anyway, so as I mentioned, you should download the wallet, and you have it both on Play Store and App Store. It has all the support for 19 blockchains, and if you want any other blockchain added on the wallet, let me know, and I will see what I can do to add it on the wallet. Then let's continue with, yeah, I think you can see it right. Let's continue now with the apps and dApps. So since we started our own infrastructure and we wanted to test it on our own first, we are building a set of apps and dApps by using our own infrastructure, and also by using other blockchains as an infrastructure. So the wallet, as I mentioned, it's already in it has already support for 19 blockchains. Now let's talk about MoSwap. MoSwap is basically just a DEX on MoChain, but there is nothing much to it. It's just like a DEX, but it works only for our own blockchain. It hasn't been developed yet. It's just on standby because we need to have the price of Mo live. When we have a price, then we can build everything on it, and we can launch the DEX. And basically, it will take 2 to 4 weeks to develop and to be live, so that everybody can trade the tokens that are on our blockchain. At the moment, it's not needed because we haven't launched MoCoin, and it doesn't have a price. And if the coin doesn't have a price, then I can just build a DEX, but it's going to be just a front end because it doesn't work. It's not working on the back end. Then we have Mo Escrow. So the escrow as a platform, it works in a way that you can make safe transactions between you and somebody else that you don't know. So you just have, for example, you have to do, let's take my case. In my case, there are a lot of people that DM me all the time and tell me, ask me for marketing. For example, they want to be a moderator in the chat. They have some kind of bot that can do coin market cap trending, DEX tools trending, etc., etc. These people say that they sell a service, and I don't know if they are legit or not. In this case, I can use Mo Escrow. The escrow is based on seven blockchains, including ours, which is, I think it's Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Gate Chain, OKX Chain, I don't know, Avalanche, and I think there are two other chains besides ours. So in all these chains, you can perform an escrow and just be safe when you are paying for something. Initially, we created the platforms and we made them ready on each blockchain, but we didn't provide support for stable coins. And I took the development back. I tried to provide stablecoin support for them, so that, for example, let's take it like this. Whenever somebody just wants to make a transaction with you between, let's say, two parties, and you want to make a payment, when the payment is in BNB, then the problem is that, let's say, the time frame it's about 20 days and the price of BNB is volatile. So when you consider, for example, that you have to pay for 1,500, 1,500 or 2,000 USD in BNB, that is going to change. For example, after 20 days the price of BNB might fall and you might get less for that service that you are selling or buying. Maybe you are paying more. So the whole point is that if we offer stablecoin support besides native coin support, then you can choose if you want to do the payment in BNB, for example, or AVAX or MO, and you can also do it in USDT, or USDC. Hopefully it doesn't depeg again, and other stable coins. And this way, whenever you are buying or selling something, you can be safe and also have the price that you are entitled to get or pay. You get it by us providing stablecoin support. That's why it hasn't been in development so far. Actually, it's odd, we just haven't deployed it yet because I've been busy with some other stuff. And that's why we haven't launched it yet. Because, for example, Mocoin it's not launched yet, and that's why we have just let anything on standby till we can make the launch. Anyway. So basically, as an escrow platform, it provides support when you are making payments to somebody anonymous online. So what happens? You want to buy a service, let's call it DEX Tools Trending, which is fake, by the way. And the person says that I need 10,000 USD if you want me to make your coin trending on DEX Tools. By that moment, when you want to pay the person, you just create an escrow with the wallet of the person that is selling the service, and you use the smart contract that we have. You just enter the amount 10,000 USDT, for example, and you just lock the amount directly on that escrow for about, let's say, 20 days, since the person says that in 20 days I'm gonna deliver this service to you. So when you create the escrow, both sides cannot get the money out. So also the seller and also the buyer, they cannot take the money out once it's locked in the smart contract, because it's locked for the period that you have set in the first place. So when it's set for 20 days, it's going to expire in the 20th day. If you have a problem with this transaction, then you can contact us and we can cancel the escrow directly, and you can get your money back by providing proof, of course. So how does this work? This works exactly like PayPal, that you just make payment to somebody else that you don't know, and when something wrong happens, you just contact PayPal, you provide proof that the seller it's not providing something legit, or it's lying to you, or it's trying to steal your money, and they basically cancel the transaction and send you money back. By the moment that we see that one side it's right and it's entitled to the money, we just cancel the transaction and the money goes directly back to the person. In no way can we as a team get the money out of the lock. We also cannot get it, only cancel it and turn it to the buyer or to the seller. We as a team don't have any chance to get the money out and steal it, unless the smart contract gets hacked, and whoever can, for example, hack the smart contract, it can get the funds that are already locked in the smart contract and steal it. But basically that's also on a lock, only when it's available. Possibly, just by my logic, maybe they might steal it, only if we get hacked. Anyway, This provides support when it's about 2 transactions between, and it's actually a very great tool that everybody can use whenever you want to buy something. And I want to take this very far. For example, we have shops that are in crypto, that make payments in crypto. And when one of the person, for example, one person just buys, let's say, a pair of shoes or buys an iPhone or something online, they also should have something when it comes to, they should have some security when it comes to payments. And they should be sure that even if crypto payments cannot get back, in this case we can protect the customer and provide services such as the sellers cannot get the money only if everything is legit. This is something that I'm thinking for the future. It can go between payments, between let's say domains. You can sell a domain or buy a domain. Everything that is possibly digital and even physical can work, as long as you set everything right. We have some nice plans in the future about this one, and actually the charges when it comes to the lock, they are not that big. Yeah, everybody can use the service, and I think we have something like 0.5% for every transaction. It might go up to 2.5%, but it's gonna be way less because we're talking about crypto, and our intention in the beginning is to provide tools that the community can use and fix their problems, and along the way we can charge how much we are worth. You can't hear me, guys? Let's see, maybe. Guys, I'm actually using the live to talk. I don't know if you can hear me there. I can keep it open also for you. In case you can't, it doesn't work here because sometimes Telegram has problems with the audio. You can just go to mospace.app. Let's see if the guys can hear me. Okay, let's see. I don't know, let me check on here then. Ah, perfect. Then it works. Okay, so yeah, when I was since talking, now I'm also live on Telegram, so you guys can hear me also here. So about the escrow, as I mentioned first in the beginning, we want to test the service and try to see how much people are interested in using it, because most of the time people just make transactions, and then I think at this point, with all the tools that we have, and also with the partners that we have, for example, shout out to CheckDot, the guys are really doing a great job. When it comes to transactions, for example, the anonymous transactions, you can use Escrow, and when it comes to securing your funds in crypto, you can use CheckDot, and you are safe on both sides. So we are trying to make crypto a safer place for everyone. Next is more exchange. Well, we have 2 exchanges actually that we want to have on our infrastructure, and the first one, it's let's call it a kind of DEX exchange that you can use to make transactions, or let's say trading, multi-chain. So this is very, very great when it comes to multi-chain trading. So you can use only one exchange and you can trade in several chains at the same time. When you want to buy a token and also sell a token, this can be done directly in one place. But still there is so much work to do, and it's just a concept at this time. There is still so much work to do, so I won't be stopping too much at at this one. We also have another concept that we actually it's working, but I want to add some more stuff to it. It's called hybrid swap, and basically you can exchange any crypto, most of the cryptos that we have, about 40,000 pairs actually, where you can swap any crypto from any blockchain to another token or coin. For example, you have Bitcoin and you want to swap it to Ethereum or I don't know, BNB or USDT, whatever the chain you want it to. And actually we are using APIs that have a lot of liquidity. Basically you can even swap 100 Bitcoins, you can swap them to BNB or whatever transaction you want to do. So the hybrid swap, the special beauty of hybrid swap is that we use several providers and match the best trading that you can get and with the lowest fees that you can get, and you can swap everything directly from Bitcoin to another coin or token, doesn't matter. For example, you want to swap Bitcoin to 1inch or I don't know, Shiba or whatever token you want to swap it to, and you can do it directly with hybrid swap. What most of the people do, basically they just go to, for example, an exchange like Binance or OKX. They just deposit their Bitcoin there, they swap it to something else, and then they withdraw it and directly to their wallets. But not all exchanges, for example, like Binance and OKX. I'm gonna mention just the two biggest ones. And I like more OKX, to be honest, even though I've used Binance in the past, but I can't wait for OKX to bring their Visa card out so I can use it directly. So with hybrid swap, you don't have to go like hybrid swap helps everyone, which saves you on costs and also on using several tools and losing on deposit fees and gas fees and exchange rates and everything. So basically you just deposit Bitcoin, and by the moment the transaction is through, you directly get, for example, 1inch or I don't know, cake tokens or something like that. And this is really cool, but there are some things that still I have to fix on that. But it's actually, if I want, we can just have it live and it's up and running. I just want to make some changes to it. Then we have the DAO. Actually, guys, I've been working so far, and besides working, I've also been thinking that the whole infrastructure and everything that we are building, I just want to leave it in the community hands. Which means that even if I'm not here, or I decide, I don't know, sometime in the future to just give up because I had enough of the screens that I have all the time in front of me, I don't know, somebody kidnaps me, whatever happens. So I mean, in any case, I want you guys to have everything on your own so that everything can run automatic and everything can go on how you guys decide. I haven't finished the DAO yet because it needs some other fixes also when it comes to nodes. We need another reserve node on mod chain, and we have to do some kind of, let's say, how can I emphasize it better? So, in a way, for example, like a set of rules in place so that everybody can vote once on everything and only one vote matters. My intention on this is that I don't want to do it like Ethereum, that it's proof of stake, for example, and only the whales can decide where the chain goes. So basically somebody with 2 ETH it's not considered on anything, but that person might have some really great ideas. So I think that if everybody who is a holder gets to be part of the DAO, they can also join with only one token. So they have one token or one coin, and they can join directly and be part of the DAO and even take decisions. For example, they might submit a very great change on the blockchain that it can be done. Sorry, and everybody might like that idea. So why not? Why, for example, get people that are only the richest ones on the blockchain get to decide things? I don't like this one. So maybe you might say, yeah, you don't like it, but we like it. I think that greed it might ruin everything. So There might be some people that are very big whales, and even why, for example, they decide the blockchain to go in the wrong direction. Nobody of you can go against it, because everybody, it's like whatever vote you consider getting together, they might have more than you. And I don't call it democratic, actually, because to me every vote counts, even if somebody has 30 coins or somebody else has 30 million coins. Then you might think also, yeah, but that person bought 30 million coins, so everything it's like on the line for him. I think that, yeah, it might be on the line for him, but I think that if majority of the people want to decide, for example, 80-90% of the people don't want to go in that direction, that doesn't mean that that person can overcome because he has more money. It means that he is smart. It doesn't mean anything, you know. I want to send the blockchain this way, and since it's also proof of authority as a consensus, it's basically centralized, but we can make it decentralized this way. It very helps in a way how everything it works on governance and how decisions are made, because I don't like it that only my decisions are taken, are considered. Maybe you guys are better than me. Maybe I hope. I'm sure that everybody might be better than me in a lot of stuff. It's not that I run things and I'm the best one. I don't know, since Satoshi, you know. So I mean, you guys might have greater ideas, might do really great stuff, and I'm just happy that I started this, and I hope that in the future, with the DAO, you guys might choose also who gets to be the CEO, who gets to be in that position or this position, and actually run the whole organization as like through a DAO, and all your votes might set the everything when it comes to the structure of the company and everything. So this way there are no CEOs, for example, that cannot be removed, or a CEO cannot abuse power and do whatever he wants when it comes to decisions and stealing money, how it has happened in a lot of blockchains, for example. So I think this is the best decision we can do, and also I'm sorry, have in the future, because it makes everything decentralized, and everybody can decide how the future of the blockchain can be. So this is my dream, what I want to achieve in this one. And hopefully with your help we are gonna make it and get to build the first decentralized company in the world, hopefully. What do we have else? Dapsy. Well, Dapsy, the platform is still online and we are checking on some changes, but actually I want to go full mobile with Dapsy and have everything on smartphones and avoid completely the web platform. It would be great to have the web platform, actually, because there are some people that might use the platform to check their wallets and everything, but I think the whole world is going mobile, and I believe even the investors are not the investors that are in stocks, for example, that check the news all the time and don't use the phone to check the charts. I think that in crypto everything it's being completely the opposite on how everything works. So I think we are gonna take a chance to bring Dapsy mobile as a kind of communication tool, and also as a kind of wallet that you can store coins and tokens directly on the wallet, and also use it to connect with your friends, peers, just like Telegram and let's call it a crypto wallet and Telegram in one place. This comes because well, I think lately you have heard that Telegram is trying to take a step forward when it comes to providing a crypto exchange in their platform, and I think it's a great chance for us also to provide such kind of app as well, not as a competition to Telegram, because we are not that big to be compared as a competition, but as a means of form of communication that it's actually really decentralized, and it has support for the blockchain, and it can be used as a wallet to send payments to everyone, and to also have communications directly on the wallet, and also use it for everything else, for example to store crypto, etc, etc. And that's where I want to have also the .mo domains in the place, so that you can just use your username directly on Dapsy, and you can send and receive money all the like directly easy. So that's it. I think that's the future that I'm thinking about Dapsy, and we are still early. There is still too much work to do. First, we got to release the coin and have it on live on trading and everything, and then we're gonna see to have all these apps launched as soon as possible. Not all the apps are gonna be after, because there are, for example, the escrow platform. It's ready. I just haven't deployed the smart contracts yet, because I'm waiting on some other stuff, and I'm working on some other stuff. But it's not that they are not ready. So basically, half of this stuff it should be ready. Also, the scanner for NFTs, addresses, and tokens, which is Contracto. Basically, it's going to be, let's say, a form of manual kind of allowing tokens to be on Dapsy. So you guys, maybe there might be some web platform for that, but I don't think that it's really needed when it comes to scanning the tokens and the coins, scanning the tokens in the Dapsy app. Because if we are listing only coins and tokens that we trust, I don't think that you need a scanner for that. And we also have our partners with some CheckDot, for example, since I mentioned them earlier. Those guys already have a scanner in place, and it's really great. So you guys can use that one if you want to scan tokens and coins for investments, but we can leave Dapsy, for example, alone. So it can be used as a form of communication between two people, and as a form to connecting groups with tokens, coins, etc, etc. Maybe we go in that, like we might go that far as we have, for example, groups of tokens that are being created on the app, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be listed as a coin to be traded or used on the app. So we might take a step on that and check what we are listing on our app. So the mode drops, it's half done. It's not fully done, because the problem is with the integration of the social APIs on the platform, that everybody can, for example, let me explain the idea first. How mode drops works is, let's say you have a token that wants to provide some airdrops for the community. So they basically want to get some marketing about that, and they just want to make a competition. And whoever wants to apply for the airdrop, for example, they have to like, I don't know, follow on Twitter, like the first post, and follow the YouTube channel, follow on Telegram, check, I don't know, check the post or something like that. And for each of these tasks that they perform, they get an amount of points. And these points accumulate together in a leaderboard that who is the token owner, they can see which one completed all the tasks, or referred 5 people on the Telegram chat, or referred, I don't know, 3 people to buy the token or something. They might see the leaderboard, and they can award directly the people. When it comes to tokens or whatever the giveaway is about. So this is the idea about mode drops, and this is actually only, I've thought about it to have it only about the tokens that are on our on our blockchain, so that everything is in one place, and they can use it directly to connect with more community that we might get in the future. And we help both sides. We help projects to grow up and to get the community they need, and we also help people that love airdrops. There are a lot of people that love airdrops, actually. We just help also these kind of people that want to be part of something great. They want to help with their work. It's basically a proof of work that we help both sides, and we also it's great for our community as well. So this is about mode drops. The only thing that is missing there, it's the integration of the APIs through social networks, so that the platform can track, for example, what kind of action took the person or the person that wants the airdrop, for example, what kind of action it took in Twitter, did it follow or it didn't follow, and stuff like that. So it's actually really great of a kind of platform where a project can really raise very fast, like people that want to are interested about airdrops, but this way they can also do a kind of marketing free for their project and hopefully get funded in the future. Then Mostake. Well, this is really cool actually, and Mostake, it's not that I've thought about the staking with, I don't know, 10 million API that everybody's doing. Actually, I've thought something different about this. As a staking platform, I've thought that besides the staking that we can do like everybody else, we have and we are building a lot of products that actually generate revenue for the chain. Or, for example, the escrow platform generates revenue, and there is CryptoWare that I haven't included it yet here, that also generates revenue. So I want to achieve this one, so that besides the normal staking, I want to provide also the staking that it comes to sharing this amount of revenue between everybody that is staking. So it's like a kind of sharing, how can I emphasize it better? Basically, it's not that you are staking, for example, a lot of money and you are waiting for the highest API. Yes, Valerio, but I'm just gonna answer you. Sorry, I'm just gonna answer you in a little bit. So basically, I want everybody to consider this, to see this kind of staking as a form that you can, for example, stake so that you can be part of the profit. At this moment in time, it's not that we have 1 million euros in or USD in revenue at MoEscrow, and we are just waiting for people to stake 500,000 so that they can get a share of that pool. So you can consider it in this way. Let's talk about 3 years from now. Let's say that CryptoWare is doing 10 million in sales per year. Out of this 10 million, everything that has to be paid, for example, when it comes to employees and stuff that we sell and taxes and etc., there is a kind of net profit that we can leave when it comes to these stakers. So let's say that the profit for that year it was 1 million, and we have 1,000 people that have staked, for example, this amount of coins. And when these people have staked this amount of coins, from the highest to the lowest, they get the share of that 1 million that we made in profit for that year from CryptoWare. That's why I told you on the DAO that I want to do everything automatic. I don't want to, let's say, I'm the CEO, 1 million, I made it, so that's my money. You guys invested here, but I don't care, you know. I get the 1 million for me. If everything is paid, for example, if all the employees are paid and all the merch that we are buying and selling and routes and planning and everything is paid, and the offices, there is some net profit that is going to be shared there. And I don't want, as a CEO, for example, or as a board of directors, I don't want to take outside investment for this. So basically what we are doing is taking the board of directors and changing it to a kind of staking platform where you as a director actually don't count, or I don't know, I don't care who you are, because you might be everyone. But because of the DAO have decided that this board of directors on this business or on the whole infrastructure is entitled to, let's say somebody is taking 20% of the total amount of the whole from all stakers. That means that that person might get 20% of the profit when it comes to that. If the person has staked, for example, for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, we can have an algorithm that can make the division. And that board of directors, it's completely decentralized. It doesn't mean that they have to take action on what we do on CryptoWare. They are not entitled to anything. But that board of directors that staked, for example, 10 million coins or 20 million coins, that 20 million coins is helping us to do something on CryptoWare, and it's used as liquidity. So when the profit comes back, this people that stake, they can get, depending on what the profit was made, they can make API based on that. So basically we are making shares online only on shares decentralized for a business when it comes like in a way of staking. So, but everything is going to be on the coin. So the native coin is everything. Mo coin it's everything, and we don't have to, like it was when it comes to Dapsy and Contracta, that we had two different tokens, because it's actually two different purposes, and you cannot connect them in one place. And the way how it was built in the beginning, it was different. But here we have a blockchain, and the whole blockchain, it's the coin. I don't need to create another blockchain because it has a different purpose. Everything, that's why it's the infrastructure, and we had to start the infrastructure this way. And this is what I'm thinking about staking. Besides the normal staking that everybody can help us, for example, everybody can stake, and depending on the APIs that we are providing, it helps us, for example, to keep the price of the coin more steady on exchanges, so that it doesn't have dumps and problems along the way. There are a lot of chains. For example, Pulse chain is using staking, for example, as the main form of the whole blockchain, how it works, of the whole infrastructure. But I don't see this kind of staking that important, because we shouldn't make that the most important part, because it's basically you move to the Ponzi scheme kind of logic, and that's not something that I like to have near me. The whole and near us, I suppose you think the same as me. So when it comes to this one, the staking is, this side of staking, it's only to support the price so that it doesn't fall to crazy lows, for example 97-98%, but it helps so that the community and the people and the developers and us as a team can work along the way. And we also have, let's say, the word of trust and the handshake that, look, we guys blocked, for example, staked our money for 3 years on you, because we know that after 3 years you're going to be successful. That's how I see it, and it's a form of trust. It's not a form of we're going to put 1 million API there and you guys can make a lot of money. That's not the whole point of this, you know. That's how I think of it. And the other part as well, for example, that we can divide the staking pools for each project on its own, and you don't have to be locked on all of them, or if they are not doing that much profit, that it can be shared, for example, between several pools. We can do it in a way that all the projects that make profit together, and you can stake on it and be, let's say, be in the board of directors when it comes to stake, and you take profit on the whole, let's say, a whole profit as a business that we make. So that's what I've been thinking about that. Then we have Movinci. Actually, Movinci is a multi-chain NFT marketplace, and we can add several chains. We can add several chains to it. We want to have POM chain, and we want to have Binance Smart Chain, Matic, OKX, but this is also connected to CryptoWare, because we got a lot of NFTs coming, and I haven't published them yet because I thought that we can do the thing with the NFTs, like launch the platform, but we don't have that many people active in the group. And I thought that we can do this on a later stage, but first we try to gather some community, we try to reach some audiences, and try to get people interested in what we are doing. And we have everything ready when it comes to Movinci. Actually, the platform, it's up and running. We just need the users, and we just need that everybody gets to make trading on the platform about their NFTs, etc., etc. You can deploy directly an NFT on the platform. You can sell it. You can import it to some other marketplace. It's everything great, up and running. The only thing, as I mentioned, it's that we need to run a little bit wild on marketing and do some extra stuff so we can have community around when it comes to NFTs as well. And the next one that it's about is Mo Token. Mo Token, it's seen. For example, since Valerio asked me now about the chain, he says, so if I start the token, I can use the Mo chain. Yes, you can use the Mo chain to launch the token, but you can use also Mo token to launch directly the token on Mo chain. So you don't need a developer, or you don't need to check smart contracts unless you need something really specific. But you don't need to check, for example, for a basic token smart contract that has some kind of mechanics, like for example dividend share and some kind of special tokenomics. We are going to have some of these smart contracts, token smart contracts, directly on this platform. So you can just connect your wallet and you can deploy a token directly on MoChain. And you can add it on the swap later, on the decentralized exchange that we're going to have on us. And you can launch it for trading directly. And you can use our blockchain for it, and you can use Mo token to launch the token directly. I want to add several smart contracts that are also audited, which is very great, and actually your holders will appreciate it because the token is coming from legit resources. So it's really important when it comes to launching a token, and you can launch your own token directly using our platform. You don't have to go to other. There are some platforms actually that you can launch directly. Sorry. You can launch the token directly with them, but if they don't have our blockchain, then you cannot do it. So basically we have our own. It's, let's say, a token deployer. You can deploy directly with your wallet. The moment that you deploy the smart contract, you get directly the coins in your wallet. And those coins, you can just go, for example, to MoSwap, and you can supply the liquidity, add some liquidity to it. When it comes to, for example, our blockchain, it's Mo that you have to supply some, and the price is divided, your pair, for example, your token with Mo, and you're going to have a liquidity pool that people can buy and sell using Mo or wrap Mo. Then we have Mo Bridge. Mo Bridge is it's a bridge that we have with the other blockchains, but first we decided to have it only with Binance Smart Chain, since it's a very active chain, and it costed less because Ethereum is more expensive when it comes to gas fees, and deploying something on Ethereum it basically costs as much as the platform itself. So we decided to go with Binance Smart Chain first, and it's not that we are in the beginning very we have a lot of people that are very interested to swap from their chain to ours, or from let's say Ethereum to ours. We're basically a new chain, so we don't have to be that greedy when it comes to having several bridges online up and running, and that's when it comes to Mo Bridge. Let's see what we have more here. I think there are some more here, but I haven't mentioned. Well, these, these guys, that's the website of the blockchain. That's the Scan Explorer. That's the Testnet Explorer. That's the faucet. You can get coins directly to test, for example, smart contracts directly on our testnet. And that's the status that blockchain has. For example, how many nodes are active, etc., etc. As I mentioned at the beginning, MoChain is based on proof of authority, which is based on the nodes. The nodes basically decide the transaction, and stamp, for example, this transaction is legit, and it's based all on reputation. And this means that not everybody can launch a node and use MoChain on their node directly, because we have to know first who has the node and who is running it, because only one node that it's out of the system, that it's not approved by us, it might take the system down, or it might make changes to the system that it can ruin the whole thing. That's why all the nodes have to be approved, and we actually do also the KYC on the node owners. We might have some projects in the future that want to have some their nodes on the infrastructure. And basically I'm saying this because I talked on the DAO, and this has to be also on your side, guys, so that whenever we decide that to add a new node on the blockchain, everybody has to know who this person is. It might be a business also, and they have to provide information who has this node. And if something happens to the blockchain and this node is responsible, everybody can take legal action that this person or this node did something to the network, and find out what actually happened. If the node, for example, it got hacked, that's completely something different. You cannot take legal action when it comes to that. But if this node from this business is actually the creator of the problems on the blockchain and stole a lot of money, then it means that you can always know who the person is, for example, and try to take legal action so you can take your funds back. That's how this works. That's why proof of authority is considered centralized. And because everybody knows who the nodes are, but that doesn't mean that it's not decentralized when it comes to governance. It doesn't matter how many, it might be also 100 nodes or it might be also 5 nodes, but as long as we know who these nodes are and they are safe, everybody knows that everything is in order and the chain is being controlled by everyone through the DAO. So the nodes, for example, are very important when it comes to Bitcoin, and are very important also when it comes to Ethereum. But on our infrastructure and the blockchain, I call the DAO the most important part of the blockchain, because in the end of the day, the nodes that are online, they actually don't matter, and they actually also don't make a lot of money. But we can make them matter because we need the infrastructure to be really big, and they are important not at this phase, but very important when it comes to the later phases. For example, you have, I don't know, a lot of transactions daily, and you need several nodes so that they can run and be able to provide more help to the network to be faster. We have also 3-second block size. And when it's 3-second block size, the blocks are very fast and the transactions go through very fast. If the nodes that we have are lagging, then the transactions are going to take more time to be finished, and we're going to have lagging problems on the blockchain. Therefore, these nodes are very important, and we can provide, for example, nodes to businesses, which is, we have some ideas, for example, to provide Mochain as an infrastructure to businesses, so that they can help us with nodes, and we provide like help infrastructure to them. And this is crucial, I think, as a kind of cooperation, because they have also a stake when it comes to the blockchain and a node. And also the blockchain is safe, up and running, because there are several entities that are providing support through their nodes to the blockchain. We could also do power of proof of work, but then you guys will have to mine. And when it comes to these days, it's most of the people are mining Bitcoin because that's where the buck is. And to us, for example, if we start now, we might end up with a lot of losses because the blocks are very small. You might mine a lot of coins, and the price is gonna be always down and down because people are gonna think always to sell. It's not like Bitcoin that everybody's trying to hold it, and Bitcoin is the first one. That's why everybody's it's mining it. So yeah, that's what I have thought as the future, and I think proof of authority it's perfect when you want to run a business infrastructure blockchain, so that businesses can use, and the gas fees are very cheap. You can deploy. I think that transactions are possibly 1 to 5 million cheaper than Ethereum, but this depends because we haven't launched yet, and we have to know when we have the peak and everything. But so far the gas fees are very cheap, and all these transactions, the fees go to the nodes. They are not that profitable, but we have cheaper gas fees. That's how it goes. Anyway, sorry. What do we have next? So we have Mopal and Motap. Mopal is a form of payment system that we have in hands, which we want to provide payments for everyone. For example, how does this work? This can work in two ways. It can work business to customer, it can work business to business. When it comes to business, we basically can provide a platform for a business to provide payments in crypto. They can enter their wallets and everything, and they can also connect their platform through they can connect their shop directly through this platform, through APIs, and they can get payments directly in crypto without a third party. So they don't have to use coin payments, or I don't know what other payment processors are out there. Got really dry, sorry. So they don't have to use a third party when it comes to this, but they can just directly get the payments directly in their wallets, and they can swap them and do whatever they want. That's how it goes. We also have the option so that they can, for example, these payments, they can convert them to something else, but that results a lot, especially when it comes to Ethereum. The gas fees are a killer. So this is the first idea that we have to provide it business to business. There is also the other idea that it's to provide it business to customer. So we provide it to every customer out there that wants to get payments. For example, they can accept tips, they can accept donations, they can accept payments for a specific kind of product. And the best outcome would be if we are able to make it WordPress and Shopify friendly. So you can accept payments directly on Shopify using WooCommerce, and also on Shopify using our tool as a way to take payments, and also on WordPress using WooCommerce. So that's really great. Also, everybody can take payments directly in crypto, and it's actually perfect. And we might charge something based on that, or we might have some plans, for example, so that the user has to pay based on a percentage based on when they are using the platform, taking payments, or percentage based on the payments and stuff like that. And we hope actually to have it cheaper than others. For example, Shopify charges over 3% per transaction, and it might go very up, like more than that. And WordPress also, WordPress is free, but WooCommerce has something that they are in connection with Stripe. And if you're using PayPal or Stripe or any other kind of payment processor that can process, for example, payments, they always charge over 3.5% for every transaction. If we can do it less and do crypto payments, that would be really great on our side, and everybody can take payments in crypto. They can convert it to something else through their wallets or through the exchanges, and they can use that funds for their business. This would be really great. And I think that as a payment processor, they are always needed in crypto. Especially the features are very important, and it's very if we can make it also very developer friendly, there will be a lot of businesses and also developers that can use the platform directly for their customers, and make it easier for the businesses to get paid in crypto, and especially without third parties, because you know that there are a lot of third parties, for example coins payments, and I don't know which else, that they actually might also you get payments, but when the problem is when you want to withdraw in fiat, that's when KYC kicks in and you might have problems. Anyway, as you all know, I'm against the banks. Fuck the banks. So the whole point of this is to make it work in crypto, and one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. We don't need fiat so that we leave the money in the bank and the bank steal it from us. Anyway, so what do we have else? We have the token bridge .mo. .mo, it's very easy. It's basically domains like ENS. And I don't know, .crypto, .nft, and other domains, it's going to be for us, .mo. So it's our domain. You can use it also as an NFT. You can trade it, but it can be used also through connecting with the domain. We can use it also for payment services. And since we are our own blockchain, we can implement it directly on the nodes, and we can have our own domain system in our blockchain, and that's great. If we do something like this, for example .mo, and we do it on BNB, then we have to beg BNB to put our domain as well. Like this, we have to beg ourselves to do it, and that's very easy. We can just use our own domains, and we don't need those 0x blah 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 the whole time. These guys here, OKX Trust, these are the escrow platforms that I told you about. So we have OKX they have their own chain, OKX chain, and another chain is coming also from OKX. It's really something cool. I think it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be announced the end of this month or it was the last month. I was sick. I've been sick for a week, so I have lost track of time. Anyway, these are the escrow platforms that I told you about. It's OKX, it's for Binance Smart Chain, it's for us, it's for Matic, AVAX, Phantom, I forgot it, and Gate Trust. And next, what do we have? It's the white paper. We have Mo Academy, where we are gonna provide tutorials, articles, guides for everything when it comes to crypto. And also we are a blockchain with support. So we have also this one that we're gonna have it ready for our community. Whenever you guys have some problems or I don't know, some transaction fails, we will try to keep it up with everything so we can help you whenever something is happening. It doesn't matter that it's only on Mo, it can be also on something else, but I cannot keep, for example, if we have a lot of people on the chat, I cannot keep track of everyone on Telegram and try to help you in front of everyone. So I can do it here in private with all our guys. We can help you here on everything what you need to do, for example, or some transaction is failing, you have a smart contract that doesn't work, I don't know, something like that. We will try to make things work with as much time as we have in hands, so we can provide support for everyone when it comes to crypto. And yeah, there is also knowledge base here, so we can add some information about, for example, how does Mo escrow work, or how you can send payments or make crypto transactions using Mo wallet, or how can you, for example, what do we have here? We have CryptoWare. You just bought something on CryptoWare and it didn't come, I don't know, something like that. We have everything in one place for support, for example, and yeah, it's everything, so we can help you. CryptoWare, yeah. Let's see also CryptoWare. CryptoWare, it's not listed on the list of the apps and dApps here, but it's basically up and running. I've been working on this for the last 3 months. It's actually very heavy, but I don't think that you have heard something like this somewhere else. So CryptoWare is close on chain. Close like this one, guys, that it has really nice stuff. You know, it's close on the blockchain. And this one might have a QR code here or on the back. For example, let's see something like this. Sorry, so it might have a QR on the back, or it might have a QR on the place behind where nobody can see it. You can scan this QR code and you can see directly that the transaction is already on the blockchain live. So you can see who owns this t-shirt or hoodie, or gonna be some other stuff as well. And this is the first time that something like this has been done. No Gucci, no Louis Vuitton, I don't know, some other brands, Prada, nothing has something like this, because they just have some ID that they use it for their own, and they don't have a public blockchain that like we have, so we can have our clothes on the blockchain and nobody can tamper it. Because when you buy, for example, a piece of clothing from let's say from CryptoWare, it actually comes also on an option that you can enter your wallet there when you buy it, and you can also buy with crypto. You can use, for example, crypto to buy it, and when you buy it, you can also enter your wallet, not connecting your wallet. You have to, for example, enter your wallet. Let's say on the notes, there will be a notes section here that you can, for example, you can get ownership of the piece of clothing that you are buying to your wallet. And when you go to the smart contract to check the information there, you can see that you are the owner of that piece of clothing. And when you lose the piece of clothing, or you want to sell it to somebody else that doesn't have access to something like this, you can sell it, and you can also transfer ownership from your wallet to that person's wallet. So basically you are selling something on chain, and it's physical. Nobody has done something like this so far. So it's only us. And you can use, for example, you can use Wallet Connect, and you can use MetaMask as well. And so far we have, I think, 5 blockchains. Yeah, it's gonna be Mo as well. We're gonna use Mo also as a payment here on CryptoWare and also on the other platforms what we have. And you can basically directly buy something using crypto, or you can use credit cards, debit cards. And when it comes to crypto, all the information, for example, it's private. You can pay with any wallet you want. It's not that we are going to connect the person with the wallet and we are going to save the information so that we know who you are. For us, it doesn't matter, because we just need the information for you to send you the package. It can be any address wherever you want, doesn't matter. And also you can add information about the wallet where you want the ownership of the clothing. So nobody can lie, for example, or get a fake MoChain t-shirt, because you have to prove it. And if you have it on your wallet as a collectible, it's yours. Basically, it's yours. And nobody can say that it's fake or something like that. And when you have something fake, or you see somebody that has something, you can spot directly the fake, because they cannot prove it that it's on the blockchain and they don't have an ID. So that's how basically it works when it comes to the clothing. And it hasn't been done so far, it's only us. And I'll try to include it also on the list that we have here. And what's really great about this one is that also the NFTs that I talked to you guys about, there is a post that it has been like really for some time ago that we were talking, why aren't we launching and something like that, and I made a post about CryptoWare and NFTs. And I told you about NFTs, that if you have an NFT that is sitting there and it's not doing anything and you think it's worthless, let's discuss, let's talk, and let's put it on the website, and let's make a t-shirt, let's make a hoodie out of it. Maybe people like it, you never know. So you can get some revenue when we make sales. You can get some revenue based on an NFT that you just have sitting on your wallet and is doing nothing. So you can make money with it. And for example, these are NFTs that are going to come after. And we got a lot of stuff actually, but not all of them. There are still more works to do, but the process of doing the pictures and uploading and everything has to be depending on the sizes. It's very time consuming, and I've been like for about 3 months working on standby on this and just trying to do some like other stuff what we had, just try to do them like separate, so I wouldn't be too much late. But this one actually took more time than normal, and yeah, it's something great that hasn't been done before, so it's on us, and we have it. We're gonna start also marketing on this one, and the prices are, I think, for this is £87, it's about 99 euros, and the t-shirts are oversized, so basically they are not like very tight, or I don't know, something like Spreadshirt or what Zazzle is selling for 20 euros, 30 euros, something like that. They are very cheap compared to this one. This is full quality, and I have like about, I don't know how many times this one has been washed, and it's as good as new. It's perfect quality also, so I think for the price that we are selling, it's a win. And especially it's also on the blockchain. So we are using we can use several blockchains for this. We are also on the talks with OKX, so we can add our NFT collection on their website as well, on okx.com. They have an NFT marketplace, where is okx.com/web3, and we want to also publish the NFT collection that we have there. We also have another one on OpenSea, but that one it's on Ethereum, and it's something that it comes with NFTs that are stamped on the t-shirts, but we are not selling the NFTs, we are selling the rights to the NFTs. So CryptoWare, it's like really crazy, guys. Also, for example, when you see this as a product, this is basically the NFT in front, right? Like, let's call it a simple picture in this case. And this merch, like this t-shirt, has the rights owned by somebody that buys the NFT. So basically, when you buy the rights to this NFT, you are entitled to some percentage that you get based on how much this t-shirt has been sold. For example, if this t-shirt sells like 100 times in a month, you get, for example, 25% or 10% of the whole profit that we make from this one. So the price is, for example, 99 euros. Depends how much we spend on doing like only one or only two. The more, the cheaper, the less, the more expensive. So it depends how much we sell this one. And based on that, you get profit from the total profit that we make on the t-shirt. And this is really great. And nothing, it's also been done something like this before. Basically, with an NFT, you own physical stuff. And so far, Amazon is talking about, yeah, they're gonna have NFTs that are entitled to physical products. But I don't think that Amazon is gonna try to offer you a percentage on their prices. So there is CryptoWare and there is Amazon. Anyway, so these are also, guys, when it comes to these ones, these are specific designs that are for our chain. And it's gonna be also for OKX. I think we have OKX somewhere here. Yeah, something like this, for example. This is for OKX. And this is going to be on their platform because they are helping us. We're working with them and yeah, that's it. What do we have else? We have also the... Well, I don't know if you guys have checked the Telegram bot. That we have the wallet bot on Telegram. Let me just do it here. I don't know if you have tested this one, but first I can explain this one. But first we can go to some questions that we have. So let's see. From Valerio, this is the best initiative. Thank you. The escrow, it's a game changer to build security. Sure, it helps especially for payments because you don't have to fear anymore if you're sending money to somebody else, and that's like you can lose your money. So using the escrow platform, you can just make an escrow directly on the website, and if shit doesn't work, you can just get your money back. And that's very important when it comes to dealing online, especially in crypto. So are we going to targeting a specific niche? Because I think majority of people will keep staying on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. Is this a problem for us? That's not a problem actually, because the way how the escrow works, we can do it. We can be focused, for example, as I mentioned here, we can be focused on several blockchains, and we can target them as a as a niche specifically. I think we weren't here yet when you asked me, so that's why you asked me this question. But now I'm showing that we are targeting each blockchain separately, and it's not going to be everything in one place. So in this case, for Binance Smart Chain, it's going to be BSC Trust. And when it comes to other chains, we are gonna just fire up a domain and build the platform, like just copy the platform, launch on a different blockchain, and everybody can use the escrow directly there. So the thing is we have a date to receive the MO tokens for all holders of app and contractum. My English is very bad to watch. My English is very bad to watch the live video. Thanks. No worries. It's okay. We speak all the languages. I don't know which language you speak. So we don't have a date yet, but we talked with the guys today, and we want to do a private sale prior to making a pre-sale. So the private sale is to build some funds so we can make some more extensive marketing and reach our numbers easier and faster. We have some marketing agencies that we are working with, and they are requiring some amount of funds that we can go on a scale-by-scale marketing, and we can do several, for example, seed sale, I don't know, pre-seed, whatever they call these, so we can go on the market and do a community launch, for example, in the end. We also have connections with several DEXs that we can do on IDO, and we can launch, since we have also the bridge, we can do, for example, a launch on several launch pods, and just launch. So we have a kind of procedure when it comes to that. But the first one, I was thinking to do a private sale only for the people of the group. We're gonna do some marketing, but not too much, so we don't gather a lot of people that are looking for, I don't know, to invest now and get the money tomorrow, because why didn't go, I don't know, 6 million%. So the whole point is that we need investors that know what we are building, and we need investors that see the future like we see it, and not people that are interested only how to make 2x and then just leave. So the private sale, it's really great for somebody that wants to get in early, and there's gonna be also vesting. But after we finish the private sale, Also, the vesting is going to be official for also the holders of DAPSI and Contracto. And that means if we are doing, for example, a pre-sale on 5th of April, which we are going to do, let's say on 10th of April, everybody's going to get the first round of token release, for example, 10% based on the holdings that you have. And after that, it's going to be after, I don't know, when we do the next round, we're going to release, for example, 10% more. And then we can do 3 months, 10% every 3 months. So we can reach a target of about at least 8 to 9 months. So we can release full all the tokens. And this also helps us have more stable price on the chart and not have everybody dump on the chart and try to make money. Be it new holders or old holders. The most important part, guys, is that everybody has to be happy, but we cannot ruin the project and just, I don't know, crash everything, and then it's the fault of the team that it's not working behind, because we have no control over the chart. And you have seen that I barely sell, because when I don't need money, I don't have to sell for, I don't know, to buy a house or something. I didn't enter in crypto to buy a house or to do money. Actually, for me, it's it's the end of the career, and I just don't want to see screens anymore because I can't see from my eyes anymore. I just want this to really go very good and just have everything run automatic, and you guys can select the CEO, everything. So as I as I told you in the beginning, I want you guys to run everything. It's not on my shoulders, it's on all of us, so that we can make this a success. And it's not me. Most of you guys have done the work. We have just found a way how to succeed in things, and all the investments that we have put into this, it has been from our side also, as me and Denise have been supplying, and I've been full time on this. Besides, Denise is working on other stuff, but I've been full time on this since before I started DAPSI. And you have seen me that I don't focus on anything else, and I've been supporting myself, my family, and all, like these 2 years that I haven't worked on something else. I've just tried to make this really great, and hopefully I'm gonna leave, I don't know, after it's successful, I'm gonna leave on good terms with the community, and you guys can just select the next CEO, whoever you want. So I hope we can achieve that decentralization that way, so that even if I'm not, or I don't know, the team is missing, you guys can continue, and it's all up to you. Because besides the investments that we have put as a team, I think that you guys, doesn't matter how much we have put as a team, actually, you guys have been also putting money when it comes to the liquidity pool, and that's where we got some amount of money out, and that has been put all into work. So we have all this stuff. Even while I'm finished, I tried to do as much as I could with the funds that we had. We didn't have 300,000, 500,000, so we could do really great stuff. But with as much as we had, we could do really cool stuff, and hopefully we can get more funding so we can continue and be able to bring this everywhere. Even if we fail, which nobody actually wants, it would break my heart actually if this fails, because we have worked on this too hard. And if it fails, then we can just do it, we can just leave it as a community project based on everything that it's like community when it comes to developers, and so that the whole chain can go on. So I think that despite whatever we face in the future and how much rough the waves are to put us down, I think that the nodes have to be on, and the chain has to continue be running until the future. So checking what the future holds. Anyway, for me it's everything emotional, because I've been working very very much for the past 2 years. I'm happy that I'm not divorced yet because of this. But it's really great, I love it what we have been so far building, and I'll try. I know that haven't been present in the past in the chat, guys, but this live stream thing, it's not that I cannot do it, but I'm actually a kind of guy that always likes to sit behind a screen, and I don't like to be mentioned as the guy who knows this and the guys who does this and that. I just like to keep a low profile and just be normal. It doesn't matter what I do. I can be the CEO. Maybe Mochain it's gonna do 100 million or 200 million market cap. You're gonna see me on the same t-shirt because that's me. It doesn't make any difference. And that's why I haven't kept up with lives and AMAs and stuff like that. But now I want to change it because it has been so far. My eyes are bleeding from the screens. I want us to have some really cool live streams. We can do some discussion about finance, because I know that you guys are in crypto, but I know that there are also some that are in finance, traditional finance, and seek out to other kind of investments. So I'll try to keep all the show running with live shows on mospace.app. We can talk about basically everything. We have some shows coming also and some projects coming on the show, so we can discuss about them and just take MoSpace as a form of just chilling about crypto. We just talk about crypto. We bring more people to this space. We try to connect with projects. We try to discuss why the banks are failing, why, for example, Sam stole the money. I don't know, some kind of topic that is really cool, so we can keep going on both sides. We can do live streams, and we can also continue with the pre-sale, and we can continue on building Mochain. And by this way, by doing the live shows, we also do it. We do some entertaining for everyone, so you guys can enjoy. Besides talking on the chat, there are also some people that just watch around, so they can enjoy themselves also on the live shows. So I wanted to say shout out to Ancelot, actually, because we were talking with him. I actually on the chat, it was some days ago, and I promised him that I will try to be doing more lives and try to be more connected to the community, because in the end, guys, I see us as a family, and besides us as a team working on the products, we are all the same. And actually, you guys are more important than me, because as I told you, you guys see more than me. I see only screens and I see only products, but you guys see more than me. So I'm the blind man that is focused on the products, and you guys can see everywhere, and we can be everywhere. And I hope that in this live show that we do on MoSpace, with different days, we cover different subjects. We can be together and talk about everything when it comes to crypto or whatever. If you want to do some other kind of subject, we can just fire the cameras up. You can just come to talk on the live show. I think I can with Streamlabs, I think I can have 4, maybe 5 people extra. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to check. So we can just do a live chill show, and we can talk about basically everything, whatever the current situation is, or if the banks fall like a domino, I don't know. We just talk and have some fun while everything crashes, or hopefully it goes good. So yeah, I need some water, guys. Let me just give you some music and let me drink some water. So where is it? I don't even know how to use this. So guys, if you have any questions about anything, just let me know so I can answer right away. Otherwise, this live show is gonna be also on YouTube, and no, I don't think it stays on Twitch. Sorry, that's a kind of a boomer question because I have no idea how live streams work. I don't have Instagram, I don't have TikTok, I don't have Twitter, I don't have any social network, I don't use anything. So forgive me if I might say some weird stuff about streams. I think it's gonna be on YouTube, and I think I'm gonna try to make it able so we are also on Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok also, so we are everywhere, and we make these shows go viral because it's very important. There is, sorry, I don't know if there is any show when it comes to crypto. If it's like what we are trying to do, it's really cool. I haven't implemented actually any tips or something, but let's see. Maybe in the future I might add them. But we actually don't need tips, because maybe if you guys want to say something, that's a way so that the notifications pop up on the screen, and we might do something. For example, in the future, there might be some influencers that just want to talk about, and we can do the tip section, so you can ask the influencers or the project, for example, directly. You can ask them directly on the live stream. Yeah, if you have any questions, guys, you can use directly the Telegram channel. It's also, if you are not I don't know where I have it. Let's see. No. My screen doesn't work. Yeah. So I think I don't know if we have any viewers that are not part of the channel. You guys can directly jump on the channel right here, or you can use the comment section. You can ask a question right away if you want to ask about something. So yeah, and also if you game, we can also do gaming. I'm a terrible gamer because I have no idea how to play games. I just know, I think I only know Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I've played a little bit Doom 3, I think, or 4, I don't know. And what did I play more? Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, these games. That's what I know the most. I have no idea what people are actually playing in the world. So if you want to have some game and we play or chill on the channel, just let me know. We can do the live show and just try to have fun in the process with the whole community. Possibly, I don't know, guys, if you want the show to be in some other kind of timing. For me here it's 21:39. It's 9:40 p.m. I don't know what time zone you're located. If you want the streams to be in some other kind of timing, maybe it's too early for America or it's too late for China, Asia, you can just let me know and we can try maybe to reach these streams or make longer streams so I can reach you guys also. So yeah, the streams might be, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, depending, but I'll try to keep them as long as possible so we can discuss and also cut the video in several parts and try to make some moves around other social networks. We might say some stuff and it might be very good for some kind of topic discussion out there, and so that everybody can hear us on what we talk about here. Anyway, if you don't have any questions, guys, I'm just gonna switch to the music and I'm gonna leave it open for about 20 minutes and then we can connect on the Telegram chat directly. The video also is gonna be live on YouTube, so you can follow it from there. Also, whoever didn't see it, I'll post the link in the group and you guys can see the video back from there. For now, I think it was enough. I'm just gonna switch to some music and you guys can enjoy your evening.